All right, so you're waking up this morning, you're like, it snowed overnight.
It sure did.
Did, but we're getting a little bit of a break right now. We got to enjoy it while it lasts because we got more on the way.
Yeah, so Salt Lake, Davis, Utah counties all getting a little bit of a break right now. Still seeing some snow in Weber County, Box Elder County, Tooele County, Cache County, and we're seeing
Name a county.
Yeah, we're seeing more of that wet weather sliding to the east, but since the main dynamics of this storm are still working their way in, we're not done with the wet weather just yet. So if you're traveling this morning, if your drive is long enough, chances are you will at the very least run into some slippery conditions. But as we zoom things in here a little bit on the storm tracker radar, you can tell that we still have a few of those showers stretching from Tooele County up through eastern Box Elder County. Cache County still seeing some snow in the Ogden Valley out there this morning. So be careful on that early Thursday morning drive. Seeing some snow in the Uinta Basin, the Uintas. And then as we make our way down into central and to southern Utah, you can see that around Bryce Canyon country, we're seeing some very heavy snow, times of rain and snow around Kanab this morning. And all this wet weather is working its way towards the Colorado River Basin. But as I mentioned, we're not done with the wet weather just yet because the cold front is actually out ahead of the main system driving the cold front. Upper level low pressure now moving into northeast Nevada, and that's going to be working its way through our neighborhood as we go through today. And downstream of that low pressure, we'll have the chance for thunderstorms. So in the southern 2/3 of the state and through eastern Utah today, there will be more thunderstorm potential. So that's more of what we'll be watching: locally heavy precipitation, gusty winds, some hail, and some grapple going to be within the cards when it comes to that thunderstorm risk. But we still have the winter weather advisories and the winter storm warnings. These remain in effect. They'll expire first in the central mountains by 9 o'clock tonight. But for the central mountains, those will continue through noon tomorrow, while the western Uintas and then up towards the Wasatch Mountains, where we have the winter storm warnings and the winter weather advisories, those will continue through 9 o'clock tomorrow. But you might have noticed that along the Wasatch front, the Wasatch back, including Tooele and Rush Valleys, we now have a winter weather advisory. And for the Wasatch front, it's from Weber County down through Salt Lake County. These are going to begin this evening and will continue through noon tomorrow because we have a trailing system behind that low pressure that will bring us an even better chance of seeing accumulating snow in our valleys in northern Utah. And with that northwesterly flow, we even could be talking about between 8 to 16 inches for the Ogden Valley, while the Wasatch front within the winter weather advisory could see anywhere between 1 to 4 inches, maybe 3 to 7 inches for the benches, locally higher mounts. And even though Utah County is not included within the winter weather advisory, that doesn't mean your chance of seeing snow is zero. It's just less likely compared to your neighbors off to the north. But here's the current view from Red Cliffs Lodge in Moab, where the cold front hasn't arrived just yet. And as we're looking off to the east, you can actually see some twinkling stars, but we'll see changes as we go through today in the southeastern portion of the state. Meanwhile, here's the view from Utah State University in Logan. Got some very light flurries falling. The roadways looking okay, but they are running wet, and that's what we're seeing in a lot of spots in the northern portion of the state. We're actually sitting at 36 degrees in Logan, but it's 21 in Park City. Can definitely tell the cold front moved through. 36 in Salt Lake, 33 in Provo, and we're sitting at 42 degrees in St. George. Daytime highs today will be considerably cooler compared to what we saw yesterday, thanks to that cold front moving through Logan, more or less sitting at its daytime high, because once we get into the afternoon with that northwesterly flow continuing, the colder air will continue to filter in. So as we go throughout the next several hours in our valleys, we could be talking about rain and snow, but we'll be looking at a better chance of seeing straight snow in our valleys once we get from this afternoon into tonight. And this is the Futurecast, 1 o'clock this afternoon. And again, downstream of that low pressure is where that best wet weather potential is going to be in the southern 2/3 of the state and east of I-15 as well. But notice as we get from this afternoon into tonight, as that trailing system arrives, going to have that chance of seeing straight snow even along the Wasatch front. Tomorrow looks to be mostly calm south of I-70. But you'll notice that through tomorrow morning, we'll continue to hold on to the chance for some scattered showers. We'll likely see the snow lingering in mountains a little bit longer. But from Friday night into Saturday, the weather calms completely as high pressure briefly builds in, because we're going to go through the same old song and dance again as we go from Sunday into Monday. Our next storm system will move in. But here's a look at your snow potential through our Friday morning. And those valleys in northern Utah and along the Wasatch front, we're going to have that chance for accumulating snow, while the Wasatch Mountains could definitely see another healthy dose of snow. While as we go through today, our southern mountains could also see a healthy dose of snow as well. As for St. George, we'll continue to keep the chance for scattered rain showers through today. Also can't rule out a few thunderstorms. It won't be nonstop wet weather, but it could come in waves. But for this upcoming weekend, looks beautiful across lower Washington County before we bring back that chance for wet weather Monday into Tuesday of next week with our next storm system set to move in. Then along the Wasatch front, rain and snow showers for today. But as we get from the second half of the day through early Friday, a better chance of seeing straight snow showers. Daytime highs the next couple of days well below average, closer to seasonal for Saturday. Should be a pretty nice day. But from Sunday into early next week, that chance for wet weather will start to increase as another potent storm system looks poised to move in.